Let's go back to the Brexit talks and the fact that Theresa May is going to be speaking to MPs to update them on what happened or what didn't happen with the negotiations over the weekend. And our chief political correspondent, Vicky Young's at Westminster. Vicky.
Yeah, we seem to be in a moment of pause, I think it's fair to say, on those talks. Nothing scheduled before that EU summit on Wednesday. There had been some hope that there might be a deal in the offing for that summit. It looks very unlikely now, and some even suggesting, because there is no summit scheduled for November, Emmanuel Macron, the French president, made it very clear that actually if there was no progress at this one, then there would be no need for an emergency summit in November. So some even speculating this could all run to December. Let's discuss it a bit more. I'm joined by the leader of the Liberal Democrats, Sir Vince Cable. What do you want the Prime Minister to say to MPs today?
Well, I think we'll want a bit of clarity. I think the public wants some clarity. We're getting all kind of leaks and briefing and different people in the cabinet saying different things, just to understand if there is a problem in negotiations, what the problem actually is. I suspect that actually the negotiating problems with the European Union are not that profound. The problem is with the Conservative Party in London. They're badly split, and the Prime Minister can't get agreement between the various factions.
Some are suggesting, though, that actually the EU is being pretty unreasonable by saying to the UK Northern Ireland is going to be treated differently. That is, in effect, trying to carve Northern Ireland out of the United Kingdom, and actually no EU leader of their country would accept such a proposition. They've known from the beginning this is not acceptable to probably the British Parliament.
Well, they're not advocating that. I certainly wouldn't advocate it. There's no reason why the UK should be divided in that way. What the European Union are insisting on, and quite reasonably, is that there shouldn't be friction at the border in Ireland. That's a commitment that we in Britain ourselves entered into the Good Friday Agreement, and the European Union are determined to protect it. The British government says it's got technology, or will invent technology to deal with this problem. Well, I think if it can be demonstrated to work and to be foolproof, then there shouldn't be a difficulty here. I certainly wouldn't advocate splitting the United Kingdom, and that's actually not what the negotiations are about.
Do you think that a no-deal scenario is now more likely?
Well, I've never felt that the no-deal scenario was as likely as the government was pretending. And I think there is an element of trying to frighten the children here, a bit like talking about nuclear weapons, that it's a terrible outcome, and so people will buckle under and accept whatever bad deal is coming. I mean, I think what seems to be coming down the track is a rather unsatisfactory arrangement in which the British public are asked to pay up 40 to 50 billion pounds. In return, it's not at all clear what we're getting. A trade agreement is a good deal worse than the existing arrangement we have with the European Union. It's potentially very messy, and certainly my party's solution to this, way out of this mess, is to go back to the public and say, well, let's give them Theresa May's deal, see if they like it, and if they're not, at least give them the option of remaining in the European Union.
So Vince Cable, thank you very much indeed. So Theresa May will be on her feet in the House of Commons at 3:30, and it will be interesting to see the reaction from mainly her own side and, of course, the Democratic Unionist Party.
Vicky, thank you very much indeed.